Hi everybody. I wanted to do something quick and easy and show you doing a few different things. A couple of days ago I made tacos. From that I actually made epic enchiladas. I've always talked about how you can do 3 meals from one packet, and that's kind of what I want to show you a little bit today. So I'm doing a few different things here, and you're going to see how quick and fast this is, how easy it is to be able to do all kinds of stuff. So I tried to lay out my phone a little bit so you can see what's going on in front of me. I am going to pick it up and show you what's going on. But what I am doing is I am taking my filling from my epic enchiladas that I made, and if you saw my post the other day, then you actually saw those, and they were amazing, and I gave step-by-step instructions and posted the recipe on my VIP page. Today I'm actually going to make the ooey gooey queso dip to add to this. I laid out some nachos on a pan, which I'm going to show you everything. I shredded up my cheese already. I've got some tomatoes diced, some onions diced, even though I am adding my 3 onion to other stuff that I'll be using. I'm going to make some salsa with my poca picante, which is fantastic. I may have to open a second jar because I use it so often. So here we go. My first step here is my ooey gooey queso. So you can time me on how long it takes to make all of this, but I am making a few different things here just so you can get an idea how quick it is. Now the great things with these packets is on the back of them they give you step-by-step instructions. So on this one it tells me how to do it in the microwave or how to do it on stovetop. Okay, we're going to make this in the microwave. I've also used this before in my macaroni and cheese. I've used it inside of a cheeseburger. There are so many things that you can do with this. This is a seasonal item, by the way. It is going out of stock January 13th. It will be going into the vault. So if you like this one, if you've tried it before, I know you do, then you may want to order some more. I just got a package today. We had ordered an extra 9 of them, 3 sets, because you know it's $9.50, I think, for 3 of them. It's worth getting them to have them on backup because it makes things so easy and the flavor is unbelievable. Okay, now you can start timing me. So it says to pour your milk and seasoning in a bowl, and I'm going to use my Tupperware that I actually got from Deandra, who's one of my customers. She also sells Tupperware. Call out to you, sweetheart. I'm all about promoting each other's stuff because I only buy from friends, and I hope you guys feel the same way, but why should we actually sit there and help the big wig companies? They get enough money from us. So I try to help out everybody I can in the process. Okay, so it tells us to pour our milk and our seasoning, mix-in seasoning in here. I can't see because I'm blind. In a large microwave bowl, mix with 1.5 cups of milk, microwave, uncovered on high for 5 minutes, whisking halfway through, then stir in 1 cup of grated cheddar. So let's pour this in here. Looks amazing. I'm going to stir this up real quick. I could put the top on this. That's one of the things I love with this, and then just shake it, and that would actually do the job too for me. I guess I'm just so used to stirring things that it makes it easier this way for me. And I should have pulled out my whisk because that too would have made life a lot easier. While this is doing its thing, I'm going to put it on for the 2.5 minutes. This way it kind of reminds me at the halfway mark to take it out, add everything that I need to. While that's going, though, I'm getting everything else done. And you can see this is going to be just, it's kind of like a side dish in addition because I have a couple of enchiladas that I made last night. Again, my family loves them. It happens to be, my husband told me last night it was in his top 5 of all the dishes he's ever had from me. This was in his top 5 of things that I make. So, all right, I think this is stirred up good. I'm going to put this down, throw it in the microwave for 2.5 minutes. 2, 3, oh, while that's going, I am going to make my next thing, which is my salsa. Now, salsa, we usually buy this, okay? What's in here now is not this. It is my homemade salsa, okay? On the back of this, I looked, and I couldn't believe 10 calories per serving, which is great. However, 230 grams of sodium for this, guys. That's ridiculous. I'd rather go healthy. How about you? The way we do that is we use just a regular can of tomatoes, chunk tomatoes. We're using Italian style just because we like the flavor, but you can use plain, you can use any one you want. I'm pouring that in a bowl. I'm going to take my 4-in-1 spoon, which I absolutely love. Another one of Epicure's favorite things. I love it. I post about it all the time. You've got a tablespoon on one side, a teaspoon on the other. Turn it over. You got your half teaspoon and a little line that tells you it's your quarter teaspoon. And it sits flat, so it doesn't, like, if you bump into it, you're not going to knock things over, which I love. And they all fit inside of our jars, which is also great. I'm going to take 1, 2, it calls for 3. I'm not really, well, maybe I will use the whole 3. It's not a full tablespoon that's left in this one, so I don't think I need to open up another one. Let me pick this up so you can see how pretty the colors are on this, because I think it's amazing. Oh, it won't let me flip over, so I'm hoping you guys can see how beautiful the colors are on that. For some reason, I'm having a problem with my phone where it's not letting me turn things around for you to see it. So I'm doing the best I can because I do want you to see everything that's going on here. I'm going to stir this up. I'm using the same fork that I had for my queso because it's not a big deal. Stir that up a little bit. Boom, my salsa is now done. It looks fabulous. Wow, that looks really good. Probably better than most, I gotta tell you. Now, all of these seasonings, as you know, our dips and our seasonings can be used interchangeably. So I've actually used the pico picante on, for instance, a piece of chicken. I love it. Throw it in the multi-purpose steamer, throw your seasonings on your chicken, cook it for 7 minutes, boom, dinner done. Who doesn't like quick, easy to clean, fast to do, super simple? Even my 14-year-old can pick up a package of this and be able to do it at the same time. I absolutely love that. As you heard, my timer went off. That tells me 2.5 minutes is up. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to give it another whisk, stir it up some. I think now we're supposed to add our cheese. Whisk halfway, stirring your cup of cheddar. Okay, I've got my cup of shredded cheddar. I didn't have the bagged one that you would normally use, so I shredded up some cheese. I actually had my 4-in-1 mandolin that I got from Epicure. I love it, super easy. I was able to grate my cheese in all of 3 minutes. I mixed that in. I'm now going to put it on for another 2 minutes and 30 seconds. While that's done, I'm going to show you my salsa. Can you guys see how incredible that looks? Oops, I'm spilling it as I'm trying to tilt it and show you guys. I'm going to pour that into the jar because it's so easy. We also have this cool little device. Look how big the opening is on that. I love this. Most of mine have that little, it comes down to a narrow point and you can't even use it. I mean, it's like ridiculous. These fit in almost any bottle that I have, which I absolutely love. I should have, though, grabbed a different thing. I'm just going to put it in like this. And you can see it goes straight in. I love this. It mushes and lets things go through. I'm just going to let that sit there because we are going to be using this for dinner. But you can see it's all coming out. Nothing left, okay? I don't know. Can you see that? Nothing left inside. It just goes straight through. Love it. But I'm going to leave that out now. This is our 4-cup bowl, which is fantastic. It hopes for, we have our 1 cup and our 4 cup, and I use it all the time. If you couldn't tell, I'm definitely an Epicure junkie. I love this stuff. I love how easy meal selection is, okay? The 15 meal collection, I've been talking a lot about that on all of the parties that I'm hosting, including my page, because it takes the thinking out of what's for dinner. That daily dilemma that we all go through, what am I going to make tonight? Or I forgot to defrost something, what am I going to do? Our multi-purpose steamer, fantastic. You can defrost your meat in like no time and it doesn't get that gray look to it that you normally would get with stuff. I hate when that happens. And then you can turn around and recook it in the same steamer and let the grease drain down to the bottom because of the little shelf we have. Now, I'm going to pick you up for a second. I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. I've got my chips. See, I've got to turn the phone around, which I don't like. There's my enchilada dip. I'm going to spoon some of that out onto there. I'm going to cover it with some tomatoes and some onions. I'm going to pour the cheese over it, and I'm going to throw that in the oven for all of 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. Boom, our dinner is like done. You can't top how quick and easy this stuff is, guys. Oh, let me show you also. I've got my tray out. Did you guys see this? I've been talking about this too because I use it every day. Do you need extra kitchen space? Do you always feel like you don't have enough counter space? This thing rolls up and tucks away into a corner. And it is so sturdy. It's covered from end to end with its little, I forget what they call that, but it's really good. I've seen them before where you see the metal going through it. This is so amazing. It's probably one of my favorite kitchen toys. Look at my kitchen, guys. Okay, it is a disaster. I'm embarrassed to be showing you, but I want you to see my kitchen counters are covered. I am always searching for space, and I never seem to have enough of it. Who else feels like that? Like you run out of kitchen space when you're doing stuff? Let me see if I can put this up here. Excuse me while I'm moving around trying to get this stuff done at the same time. Let me pull this out. Ooh, that queso looks good, guys. Really good. Wow. Really, really good. I am going to show you that because I think it's worth seeing. Can you see my queso, guys? It's steaming, so I hope it's not fogging up too much. That is what we are going to be having with our chips later. Yum. Yum, 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 yum. Who doesn't like queso, right? I was going to do the nacho cheese. I really was. I was debating on it a bunch of times. Do I want to make, whoa, nachos with the cheese? Or nachos with the cheese. Nachos with, oh goodness. Never mind. I'm sorry. I am all over the place because I'm looking for items as I'm cooking here. I'm going to use the same spoon that was in my salsa a minute ago just to stir this out and throw some of this on top of my nachos before I throw it in the oven. See, all of this, I'm barely using any. I'm using the same measuring cups over and over again. One bowl, one pan. I mean, this is really so easy, guys. And this was from a dinner. I've now made 3 separate dinners out of this one dish. Okay, I love all the possibilities of things that you can do with this. As I'd be making guacamole too if I had an avocado in the house, but unfortunately I ran out because we had guacamole, I think, a couple of days ago, and I used it all because I love guac. And let me tell you, they make the best guacamole dip. I typically add to it because I just love red onions, just like with this, because we have our red onion, we have our 3 onion dip, which is great for a dip. It's also great for just seasonings. I use that probably almost every single day in every meal that I make. I can't help it. It's delicious. Oh, so I'm going to use some of that in here, but I also cut up some fresh red onion just because I like that crunch factor that you get. This is looking good, guys. Now, if I had some black olives, I'd be adding that in here too. But I'm just going with what I have in the house. I mean, I didn't get a chance to go to the store again. I wanted something that was quick and easy, a little bit different. I know the family gets tired of the same thing every day, just like we all do. We don't want to eat the same thing every single day. And we try to find ways that we can make different, exciting dishes that are quick, easy, don't take much energy, that we don't have to think about. I was telling you about the 15 meal collection. I love that I can pull out with the family. I'll sit sometimes and say, okay, what do we want for the week? Or what do we want for the next 2 weeks? We have a 15 meal collection. We can stretch that out easy for like a month or even longer because we most of the time have leftovers. I don't know how that happens, except for the truth is I don't eat that much. I cook for the family. They eat, but they still eat as if it were me eating. I hate to say that, but they typically have seconds, sometimes even thirds if they're really hungry, and almost everything they love. There hasn't been much, in all honesty, through Epicure, and I've got a house full of picky eaters for the most part, so that's impressive. That I'm not having much in the way of problems. And there's always new and exciting ways that you can change things around. If you haven't had a chance yet to check out our website, you don't know what you're missing. Go online and check out the recipe section. Any of the meal solutions that you're looking at, if you actually type them in to any of the products specifically that you're looking at, type it in to the recipe section and you will get a zillion recipes for different things that have to do with your packet. Plus, there's also a recipe area on Facebook. I think it's called Epicure Recipe Exchange. It's awesome. We share recipes, pictures. You get some great ideas from things. I just think it's awesome. All right, let me show you what's going on over here. I have now topped off my nachos with a little bit of onion, a little bit of cheese. I'm going to save the tomato to put on so it stays cold, and the shredded lettuce that I have. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take some of this ooey gooey queso, and I'm going to spoon some of that on there. And I'm just going to take it with the same measuring spoon. Look at that, guys. Can you see what's going on here? Look how beautiful this is. I'm hoping you see, because like I said, my phone is experiencing some technical difficulties. It will not let me turn things around. I don't know why that is, but this is driving me nuts. It's a little thick, so it's kind of hard, which is a good thing. It's not that thick. You can see. Hopefully you can see, because I can't see what I'm showing you. Ah! Oh, and I forgot to put on some green chilies, guys. Green chilies are awesome, and they give just a little bit of a kick because my whole family likes that little bit of a kick. I decided I am going to pour it on a little bit at a time. Let's do it like this. I was giving this recipe or something similar to it to Deandra earlier, which is what got me thinking about making the queso and this particular dish, because we were just talking about it. It made sense. I was going to throw in the 3 onion. I decided not to at this point just because there's so many flavors, and I did use the 3 onion when I made the epic enchilada. But let me just tell you about it because I'm here anyway. The 3 onion is onions, scallion, herbs, and chives all in one little bottle. Do you know how awesome that is? You don't have to cut your onions. Talk about saving time. When you're in a rush and you want that onion flavor, 1 tablespoon or it's 2 tablespoons equals 1 entire onion. That's why I said I use this every single day. I absolutely love it. It also makes a great onion dip. I had some the other day. I did a lemon dilly dip, or a lemon dill dip with our lemon dilly dip seasoning. And that was so good. Between the French onion that I made and the lemon dill, I had it with some celery and carrots, and it was so good. Well, this is done. I'm going to throw it in the oven, and we're just basically, I don't know, warming it up, but it's really all put together, warmed up. And I did this in under 20 minutes. My timer says it's 17:23 right now. Keep in mind, we were talking beforehand. I've been standing here talking to you for a few minutes already. I have made salsa. I have heated up everything. I mean, it's done. Everything is ready. So anyway, my dinner, under 20 minutes, using a taco seasoning that I've actually made with tacos, enchiladas, and now my nachos. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.